Welcome to another episode of Tip Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for sharing, liking, and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to know when I upload these, be sure to click the little bell so that you guys can get the alerts that they've dropped. So here we go for Tip Tuesday. First question is, what's your advice for going back to work after having a baby? My suegra, aka mother-in-law, makes me feel terrible about it. Girl, I feel you on that. I felt the same way. I felt like, why can I work, take care of my baby, and take care of my household? And, I'm able to. I'm Wonder Woman. Why can't I? I too felt guilty when I finally decided to get a babysitter to watch my baby, but we are in different times. I'm sure your suegra's from another time, so she doesn't get it. So don't feel guilty. You got to do what makes you happy so that you can be happy towards your baby as well. So if mama's happy, more than likely the household will be happy. So if going back to work makes you feel like the old you or the you that was before baby, go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty. Your baby knows who mama is. Even if suegra takes care of them, whoever takes care of your baby, it doesn't matter. Baby knows who mama is. So get to it. Do you, boo, and go back to work if that's what you want to do. Do not feel guilty. Whatever you do, do not feel guilty. Do you ever lose motivation? What makes you keep on going? I actually don't. I don't really know. I think I've said this in past episodes of Tip Tuesday, but I'm pretty good at keeping my motivation. And I think it's just part of like me being a tad bit obsessed with being goal oriented, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But I just like really set myself up for reaching my goals, and I remind myself of them every day. I do write them in my planner, so it's a constant reminder of what my goals are. So maybe if you wrote them down on something that you see constantly on your refrigerator or like on your mirror, like little sticky notes to remind you of like where you want to be or what you want to do as far as your fitness journey, or really any goal for that matter, then I would suggest you put reminders up so that you can keep going if you're not someone who's self-motivated. So I hope that kind of helps you a little bit. How do you stay on top of everything? Wife, mom, and boss duties. Okay, I can't emphasize enough, but I seriously swear by my planner and my to-do list. Like, you have zero clue, like, how much I stick to those things. And I know it sounds silly because we're in 2019 and who still uses a planner, but I still use a planner. I need to touch, feel, write, scratch off, highlight, all of the above, because that's what helps me remember everything I need to do. So one of the things that I do is every Sunday, Chingo and I, my husband, we sit down and we make the schedule for the week. So depending on what all we have going on for that week, I will write everything down and then actually make sure that I have everything scheduled for the week so that it gets accomplished. And I do it by priority also. So what are the top things that I need to be done? And what are some things I need to be done later in the week that can be handled? I also include my one-on-one personal time with my baby, to where it's either we go play date with someone, or we go to the park, or I take her to We Rock the Spectrum to go play. Whatever it is, I try to dedicate time to her because our schedule is so busy and we travel so much for work that I find myself that I don't have like dedicated time. So this is something that I implemented in my schedule as well. So I hope that helps you. So get a planner, whatever planner. It can be from Walmart, wherever it is. I enjoy passion planners because it just allows me to kind of like keep track of everything. And then I also have a to-do list that I stick in my planner as well. So hopefully that helps you out. Organization is key to be able to accomplish everything. I can't emphasize that enough. What's your tip on raising strong girls in a world that may send them negative messages? To be honest with you, I constantly remind my bonus baby to look in the mirror every morning and give herself an affirmation of whatever it is that morning. So sometimes I'll tell her to say, I am Mickey, I am creative, I am smart, whatever it is that we or she and I discuss that morning or whatever it is, so that she is reminded every day as she walks into school that she is someone special, she is important. And I remind that also to my baby. I give her affirmations like, you're doing a great job, like, good job, that's good. Things like that, although we think that because they're babies, they may not understand, but they totally understand, and they're listening to everything and watching everything you do. And I try to be very positive at all times, even when days are shitty. I try not to reflect that onto them or give them, frustrated vibes. Sometimes I can't help it. We're human, there's so much going on. And then it's like time to take care of things at home. So that kind of adds to all the pressure. But for the most part, I try to make sure she has affirmations that, she's awesome, and that, she's great, and that, sometimes there may be times when we fail at things, but that's okay. We keep moving, and then we keep trying until we get to where we want to be. So I pretty much, I guess I would say, push really for her to know that she can do anything that she wants, and the world is hers because we dictate where our future goes. So I make sure to let her know that at all times. What's been your favorite family vacation of all time? Well, Penny wasn't born yet, but I'm going to say the first trip that we took together as a family was to Costa Rica, and I really enjoyed it. Costa Rica is very relaxing. That is why they're known to, their quote is pura vida, because they literally live that pura vida life. Like, everybody is taking it day by day. They're enjoying the beach life. They're out, exploring. They're out surfing. We did a lot of exploring. That was probably one of our first family vacations, and I absolutely love it. I'd love to go back now that Penny is here, so that we can enjoy it all. But I also had a great time in Mexico City as well, because there was a lot of things that we were able to take the girls to go do. But because Penny is so little, she still doesn't understand. So, eventually I'd like for her to, go back to these places when she's a little older and she can enjoy them. Luckily, Mickey is finally at that age where she enjoys it. Our Europe trip was great too. She had a blast. It was funny because for a while, her theme in her bedroom was Paris, because that was a place that she always wanted to visit. We finally took her, and then when we came back, she said, so I don't want the Paris theme anymore because I've already went. So I thought it was cute because she remembered that trip. It was something memorable for her, and I was so happy that she was able to experience that, because we traveled as kids with my parents, but it was always to the same places because we obviously had an aunt that lived in Florida. My grandfather lived in Mexico. So, although we went to Disney World almost every summer, and I'm not complaining, I'm not being ungrateful, but those were the things that our parents had to do to, stay on a budget and so forth. So I'm happy that my husband and I were able to provide that for Mickey. So she was able to explore and, really get a lot of culture in all these places that we've been to. I'm glad that she's traveled now that she's a little bit older, because she understands it and appreciates it a lot more. So I'm going to say really Costa Rica, even Europe was cool. I enjoyed that too, but we love the beach. So that's maybe why Costa Rica was so awesome. And we literally relaxed while we were out there. We did very little phone. We tried to vlog. I think Chingo has one of the videos up on his YouTube channel that you might want to check out. So hope that kind of helps you out to see what you want to do. And if you haven't checked out my tips on how to travel with children, be sure to check that video out as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Tip Tuesday. Stay tuned next week as we continue this. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching and tuning in. I appreciate all your comments, and please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And thanks again for watching. See you guys next Tuesday.